Okay, g'day everyone. I'm going to keep this short. Um, a couple of days ago, coming out to start my Commodore, my VX, and it would start and then stop immediately, like before I could even get the fingers off the key. And then sometimes it wouldn't even kick over. You'd turn it right off and then you'd turn it back on and do the same thing. Start, stop immediately. And anyway, I called out the RACT, who checked and tested a few things, and he concluded that it must be a problem within the ignition itself, within the switch. And I thought, well, there might actually be a problem within the wiring to it, or the steering column, which is why I've actually got the cover off, because the horn doesn't work in this. And also I took out the aftermarket stereo and put the original stereo back in, which came with the code and everything, so I could operate it. And these controls for the radio, they worked when I first hooked it up, and they haven't worked since. And so I suspected that the start-stop issue might have something to do with the wiring and whatever. So anyway, I looked up on YouTube, or not on YouTube, I looked up on Google as to how to get this cover off, because it just sort of clips off. You've got one screw underneath and then it clips off. But it's a bit hard to know when you don't want to pull at things and break them. So I'll look for instructions, and whilst I was doing that, I found the issue on the forum of this start-stop problem, and that it was to do with the immobilizer system and the key. And this made sense immediately, because 3 weeks ago the battery started going flat in the key. Firstly, it wouldn't open the boot, and then it stopped locking and unlocking the doors, and I've been doing it manually. So that made sense to me immediately. Anyway, so I took the key in, and thinking they just need a new battery, but the battery is basically soldered in, or according to the key place anyway, and it's, as soon as you remove the battery, you lose the code anyway and have to be reprogrammed, and so on and so on. And so I then had to buy a new key, which cost me $130. And because the battery had died completely, they couldn't retrieve the code off the other one, so it cost me another $20 to get the code from Holden. And I got it back, and I would have been able to show you a demo with the old key of it stopped starting. However, the new key that they gave me, the actual key part wasn't cut properly, and it wouldn't turn the ignition, so I've had to pull the key part out of the the button unit and swap it over. And anyway, as soon as I said the old metal part of the key, the cut part, into the new electronic control piece, I put it in, fired up straight away, back to normal. So, and I've since learnt too that this battery in the key has a 10-year lifespan, and this car is just reaching that 10-year point now. Anyway, I thought I'd better make a video so that, if you got a Commodore that's coming up to 10 years old, or if if your key has stopped unlocking the boot or the door, need to go and get a new key pretty much straight away. If you can do it before the battery completely dies in the key, they can probably retrieve the code, which will save you another $20. Or if you're having this issue already with it, where it will start and stop immediately, that's what the problem is. The problem is the immobiliser, the key has a Wi-Fi code within it, and once the battery dies in the key, the immobiliser comes on and it will not start. So there you go. Bye.